Would you welcome a very exciting young lady, Anne Margret. She is... Well, that's the longest introduction I've ever given anybody on this show.
I know. Thank you very much.
How are you? How have you been?
I feel great.
You remember the first time we met and worked together? I do. I don't know if you remember it or not.
Ah, the inauguration.
Absolutely.
Yes,
it was the
for President
inauguration
Johnson.
of President Johnson.
Yes.
Down there, I guess, at the Armory that night, and you did a recitation or something. You read something, I remember.
I was one of the MCs. There were 4 MCs.
Right.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
That was
Would be?
1964, I think. 65?
Was that 1960?
3?
Oh, we have a great historically oriented staff here.
It was in the 60s.
It was like that. Yeah. And you were just becoming fairly well known at that time, right?
I just started, yeah.
Yeah. Sweden is Anne Margret Olsen. That's the name of the special tomorrow.
Ja då. Det
Ja.
är mitt namn. That's my name.
What is it?
Det är mitt namn.
Ditt namn?
Det är mitt namn.
Ditt.
Det är mitt namn. Ja.
Ja. Jawohl.
Jaha då.
What?
Jaha då.
Jawohl då.
Yes. My mother's in the audience, as a matter of fact.
What does älskling mean?
Älskar dig. Love you.
Älskling?
Älskling.
That's
Älskling is my love.
my love. I know that.
Yeah.
Älskling.
Yeah. Oh, how do you know that? You know some Swedish girls.
While I had a can of sardines for a while at home. No, what is humortidog?
Hur mår du idag?
Yeah.
How do you feel today?
How do you feel today? I know
Jag mår
that.
bra, tack. Tack.
Did you speak any English? How old were you when you first came here?
I was about 7 or 8 years old when I came here, and I didn't speak a word of English.
No, I find that very difficult to
And neither
believe.
did my mother.
I find that very difficult to believe. You spoke no English at all?
No. I just had to watch and learn. And I used to win
But you don't have
spelling
an
bee.
accent as such at all.
I know. I just lost it. My mother has a very thick one, but I just lost it somewhere.
Now, did you immediately go to English school over here?
Yes. Yes.
Now, how about Roger, your husband? When he got married, you went back to Sweden to meet your folks.
Yes, we were there in August, and my relatives don't speak a word of English, and Roger doesn't speak a word of Swedish. But there was a lot of smiling and a lot of nodding of the head and a lot of eating. We had moose meatballs.
Moose
Really,
meatballs.
moose meatballs are terrific. They really are.
What? Moose? Oh, you're putting me on now.
No, moose meatballs. Meatballs made out of moose meat.
Well, I figured it'd be that. Moose meat. How do you make a moose or a meatball? I mean, first you get a moose, obviously. Is that a delicacy? Considered a delicacy?
Well, see, I'm from way north near the Arctic Circle, and the next state up is Lapland.
That's about the northernmost part to the
Yes.
Arctic Circle, isn't it?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Now, what's the
Yes.
name of
The name of the little village is Valsjöbyn, and there's about
Valsjöbyn.
150 people, including cows and horses.
Yeah. Now, how did your folks decide to come here?
Well, my father had been here before, and then he came back to Sweden and met my mother, and I came along. And then he left when I was 1 year old, and
Right.
I did not see him again until I was about 7. In
Yeah.
fact, my mother had to point him out because I didn't know. When we arrived on the boat on the Grips home in New York, she had to say, "That's your daddy."
They did. I think it was on 60 Minutes a couple of weeks ago. Did they not do a special on Sweden?
Oh, I didn't
or
know
a
that.
segment of it. It was most interesting. It seemed like one of the happiest countries. They said the people over there don't seem to have too many problems. They said the suicide rate was the lowest, I think, in practically.
No.
Really?
No.
It's not?
It's the highest.
It's one of the highest? Well, it was
Keep
one of
everything
those.
inside. No.
Well, maybe they're not so happy.
No. We keep
Obviously, they're not.
What program were you watching?
No, I was watching 60 Minutes, the Mike Wallace Show. And they did this documentary.
What you got from the program was that they were happy and the suicide rate was low.
Yes, and that's not true.
Well, yes, we're happy, but when we're sad, we keep everything inside. And it starts to fester, but we never... See, like, I get mad, let's
What are
say,
you laughing
once
at?
a year.
Because I got it wrong?
No,
What?
no, you're so sure
I
about
remember Steve Landsberg when he was in, "What's for dinner, Bunky?" "Moose meatballs." Boom. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Well, I didn't understand that. Now, I'm trying to quote from what I heard. You have a National Health Service over there, right? You said that everybody has, and that they take care of their citizens in that country.
Yes. Yes, it's fabulous.
But you still say that they get depressed.
Well, doesn't everyone? But we just keep it all inside. I get mad once a year, and then I start throwing things.
Do you?
Violent, yeah.
That's good. You're supposed to do things like that to get it out.
I wish I
break
could
things
do it
is
more
very
often,
good.
yeah.
Breaking things.
Yeah.
But no, you're special tomorrow night. I read a couple things about in the paper today. You do a tribute, or you do a takeoff in some of the great ladies of the screen, like Betty Grable?
Yes, Betty Grable, Rita Hayworth, and Esther Williams.
Well, you do the swimming. Is that the clip we're going to see? We have a small film clip, don't we, from the... Is this kind of a montage of different things on the show?
Yes, it begins with me in bed with 18 men.
And you get depressed easily. Whatever that means. I have the slightest idea what that means.
No, I don't.
I'm still thinking about moose meatballs. I don't know why.
Oh, they're
They
terrific.
fascinate me.
They really are.
So you start the show in bed with 18 men.
Yes. And they have their pajama bottoms on, and I have the whole black satin pajama thing on.
Mm-hmm.
Then it goes into the Betty Grable thing, the Rita Hayworth. What are you laughing at?
I'm just, nothing.
Okay.
Just intrigued with this opening.
The Esther Williams. You see the Osmonds, you see Tina Turner, Pinball Wizard, and that's about it.
Can we run this small clip? You have to watch the monitors here in the studio, and this will give you a small preview of what you'll see tomorrow night. You've got everything in there but the 17-year locust coming in and eating the clothes off of the cast. That's got to cost a fortune to put on a show like that.
It was pretty
Really,
expensive.
in production values. You couldn't do that all in one day, all of those
We
things.
did that
Where'd you
in,
do the swimming scenes now? Could you do that?
London University. And they were so nice. They wanted to get the water really nice and warm. But the night before, they were trying to get it up to 100 degrees. They blew all the heaters. So that when we did shoot it on Sunday, it was like 50 degrees.
You're too young to remember the old Esther Williams pictures, though. Did you see some of them, though?
Oh,
you remember
yes.
going
I
to
used
see
to
them?
pretend I was Esther Williams when no one was looking.
And that's
All the
entertainment.
water
And that's entertainment that they're playing around now. They have some scenes in there, and you forget the incredible things that they used to do in those pictures.
Unbelievable. And I can really appreciate how hard she works because I was exhausted after that.
Are you athletic? Do you
I'm
swim
still
and do things like
draining.
that?
What?
You swim, ski?
Oh, sure. I do 10 laps in the pool every morning.
You do every day?
Yes.
That's real nice.
When I'm home.
Yeah. We will take a short pause here. We will be right back after a word from one of our dear sponsors. Well, as if that wasn't enough of a preview for your show tomorrow, I understand you're going to do a little something for us tonight, right?
Yes. We're going to do...
Yeah.
Fools rush in where angels fear to tread. We're going to do a thing that I've never done before. I'm going to do it for the first time Sunday night.
Right.
In front of but this will be the very first time.
Our stage is yours.
All righty.
Starting right here.
Ain't got no trouble in my life. No foolish dream to make me cry. I'm never frightened, don't worry. I know I always get by. I heat up.
Would you all turn to page 186 in your hymnals? Let us pray.
That's the opening number.
That's the opening number. That ought to do it, all right. It's gotta be those moose meatballs.
Yeah, they give me a lot of energy.
Give me that kind of energy.
Really should take some.
What?
Really should take some. A lot of energy.
I should take some. That'll do it for me, huh? That's quite a number, Miss Margaret. Miss Olson, Miss Ann. My poor old grandmother. I wish she were alive. That would have killed her. I don't mean that. I don't mean that. If she had been, why, she would have gone. She'd have gone like a frozen carp. Right there, well, we got a first on our show. And a second, I think. Why don't we pause here? Why don't we take our collection? You went to the same high school, I understand, as, and I may be wrong on this, and probably am, as Bruce Dern.
Yes, I just found out before the show.
We didn't know that.
New Trier High School.
You're gonna have an old high school reunion here tonight.
Yes.
Used to be a cheerleader there.
I sure did.
Maybe you could lead us in a cheer. So we're going to take a pause for this commercial message. We're going to be right back.